what if AI consumes itself, with like Ouroboros and the internet just becomes 90% AI? Like all of these problems are known factors and we're coming with very clever solutions. But the things that we can't see right now, those are probably going to be things that screw us. On the biggest risk side, I would say definitely the things that keep me up are not so much the known problems as the unknown problems. It's the old adage, if you're worried, then you don't have to be worried. If you're not worried, then you should probably be worried. And right now, we have some incredibly smart people that are solving a lot of these problems without any fanfare, without any big rounds of applause. They're just quietly solving huge chunks of these problems, from alignment, what if AI consumes itself, with like Ouroboros and the internet just becomes 90% AI. Like all of these problems are known factors and we're coming with very clever solutions. But the things that we can't see right now, those are probably going to be things that screw us. So it's definitely important to keep eyes wide open. With that being said, maybe the only one that is kind of known but is still important is just a rate of change. Like the rate of change is increasing so much. I think there's a real risk that too many people are not going to adapt fast enough and are potentially going to be put into suboptimal positions, which is, well, obviously a tragedy. And so I think things like UBI and other discussions are definitely worth having right now. But I don't know, we've definitely challenged ourselves as a species before and rose into the occasion many times. So I have a lot of faith that we're going to get through it as a net positive. If you put 100,000 people in a coliseum and they're all there for a purpose, they all decided to be there, they're going to be all right. But if you try to put 100,000 chimps in a coliseum, like they're just going to tear each other apart. Okay. And we weren't evolved to be in tribes of 100,000. We're still able to do it. We're still able to unite under these shared stories. And I think that the base architecture of being human, whatever that's pointed at, deserves a lot of credit. And I think the rate of change is increasing, and there's probably going to be big disruptions to that because of that. But I think if you take the long view at just how well we adapt, I think we're set to do all right. But I think the biggest benefit is we can just do more with less. As always, we want to be in a position where we're consuming less resources, we're consuming less non-renewable energy, but we're getting more out of it. And I think that this is on a long chain of innovations we've been getting since the Renaissance, going to that direction. And I'm really excited for AI, especially as we get to that next round of major innovations towards AGI, is something like a greater understanding of physics and a greater understanding of base science. I think most of the smartest people that are working on this problem have that as the end goal. We want to crack the source code of existence. We want to understand better how this big, crazy world works, and hopefully get greater energy, greater peace, and maybe expand past the solar system. I think that's really the meta goal that a lot of us are aiming at, hopefully. Right now, the AIs, they are generic in their knowledge. They've been trained on pretty much like 10% of the internet, so they've mastered almost every field under the sun.